Ah yes, white guilt and discrimination, two concepts that seem to have intertwined themselves into America's historical narrative, casting a long shadow over discussions of fairness and equality. And yet, in the midst of these complex issues, we find ourselves witnessing a peculiar phenomenon, one that prompts us to question the very essence of progress and justice. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a world where the scales of equality appear to be tilting in unexpected directions. Today we delve into the controversial decision made by none other than Best Buy, a decision that has ignited discussions, raised eyebrows, and left many pondering the nature of societal advancement.
Sounds good, but remember, our management training program is only open to non-whites. Here at Best Buy, we believe in diversity. And as you know, diversity means the less white people, the better.
Now, if you'll bear with me for a moment, let's dissect this situation. Best Buy, a prominent retail entity known for its products and services, has taken a bold stance, or should I say misstep, by announcing its intention to only employ people of color as part of their management training program. Yes, you heard that correctly. This is not a hypothetical scenario, but an actual reality that has left many scratching their heads, wondering what exactly the rationale behind such a decision might be. And so we find ourselves confronting a rather disconcerting question. Is this truly a pursuit of equality or a veiled form of discrimination? It's important to acknowledge the historical context that shapes our present perspective. America's history is stained with instances of inequality and prejudice, but to respond to past wrongs with present-day injustices seems to betray the very principles that the fight for civil rights has sought to uphold. In this endeavor, one cannot help but draw a parallel to the Bud Light moment, that infamous marketing campaign that plunged its creators into a world of scrutiny and ridicule. Just as that campaign misjudged the public sentiment and sparked outrage, so does Best Buy's decision seem to miss the mark entirely. The concept of two wrongs don't make a right resonates profoundly here. The notion that attempting to rectify historical injustices through further injustice raises valid concerns about the ethical foundation upon which these actions rest. This is the epitome of the idea of backwards progress. It's an unfortunate irony that often, in the pursuit of change, we find ourselves regressing rather than advancing. The contemporary world is marred by these instances, moments when our seemingly progressive steps are tainted by their underlying implications. Diversity within the workplace is an admirable aspiration, but it should never compromise the fundamental principle of evaluating individuals based on their skills, qualifications, and attitude. Now, let me make myself unequivocally clear. Challenging this decision does not undermine the importance of fostering inclusivity or addressing systemic inequities. However, what's at stake here is the very essence of fairness and equal opportunity. It's imperative that we don't allow the genuine intent of a cause to cloud our judgment regarding its execution. Progress demands a nuanced approach, one that doesn't forsake the core tenets of fairness while pursuing noble goals. So, Best Buy, if you're tuning in, understand that your decision reverberates far beyond your corporate halls. It speaks to a larger conversation about justice, equality, and the path we tread as a society. In a world rife with complexities, let's remember that true equality is built upon a foundation of meritocracy, where an individual's capabilities and character supersede any external factor. As we navigate these discussions, let us not lose sight of the ultimate vision, a world where every person, regardless of their background, is assessed based on their skills, qualifications, and the content of their character. It's a vision that requires introspection, dialogue, and a commitment to the principles that unite us as a society. Until we reach that destination, let's continue to scrutinize and question the methods we employ in the pursuit of progress. Remember, this is Red Alert, guiding you through the labyrinth of Best Buy's decision and the broader implications it carries. Remember, dear listeners, that our voices are instrumental in shaping the discourse and steering the course of our collective journey toward a more equitable future. Until we meet again, keep your minds engaged and your hearts empathetic.
Go woke, go broke.
Bud Light, the Anheuser-Busch.
We're embarking on a deeper journey into the labyrinth of the woke trend that's been permeating the corporate landscape. This isn't just about companies. It's about a seismic shift that's reverberating through the very foundations of America itself. We're going to dissect this phenomenon with the scrutiny it rightfully deserves. Now let's not tiptoe around the crux of the matter. The woke movement, while well-intentioned on the surface, poses a significant threat. It's a threat to the integrity of companies and, on a grander scale, to the delicate fabric of a nation grappling with its own identity. The pursuit of social justice is undeniably noble, but we find ourselves at a juncture where the fervor for inclusivity might be superseding the very principles it claims to uphold. Picture this. You walk into a job interview, and one of the pivotal factors for qualification is the disclosure of your racial background. It's a bewildering scenario that defies the very essence of equal opportunity and fairness. The irony is thick. The same groups championing against discrimination are inadvertently endorsing it by imposing such criteria. And here's the twist. Imagine if such a criterion were reversed, with the focus on Caucasian races. You can bet your bottom dollar that the woke crusaders would be up in arms. Then there's the recent saga of companies seemingly embracing the woke ideology while forsaking their established markets. Take the case of Bud Light, a brand that has suddenly turned its back on the very demographic that has been steadfastly loyal to it. It raises the question, is this a genuine shift towards inclusivity, or a calculated move aimed at scoring points in the ever-evolving social discourse? Now, it's paramount to understand that the crux of the matter isn't about advocating for exclusivity or harboring resentment towards others. Let's be clear, no one is proposing that. Rather, it's about acknowledging the missteps of companies that are misinterpreting inclusivity. It's about discerning between authentic efforts to foster unity and the manipulation of these efforts for ulterior motives, whether it's for profit, optics, or a misguided notion of progress. In essence, the essence of true inclusivity should never come at the expense of others. It's about striking a balance between recognizing the diversity that enriches our society and ensuring that no one group is unjustly marginalized. It's not about pitting different sections of society against each other in a zero-sum game, but rather about fostering an environment where multiple narratives coexist harmoniously. Let's be pragmatic here. Corporations are driven by profit motives, and the pursuit of growth is central to their operation. However, leveraging social change for financial gain without a genuine commitment to the principles they espouse is an affront to their consumers and an undermining of the values they claim to hold. It's a sobering reminder that for all the rhetoric, the bottom line often dictates priorities. So, to those companies touting the flag of inclusivity while sidestepping genuine change, it's time for a reality check. Progress isn't simply about cosmetic adjustments to appease the zeitgeist. It's about ingraining an ethos that embraces diversity, fosters dialogue, and champions respect without compromising the core values that guide an organization. All right, you heard it here first on Red Alert. If you're as fed up as I am with the nonsense, the virtue signaling, and the blatant hypocrisy that's infiltrating every corner of our society, then hit that subscribe button right now. Don't miss a single episode where we dissect, debunk, and dismantle the absurdity that's being shoved down our throats. And hey, if you've got the guts to stand up against the tidal wave of misinformation and misguided agendas, smash that like button and leave a fiery comment below. Let the world know that you're part of the Red Alert Squad, a community that refuses to be duped by the rhetoric and demands nothing less than truth, integrity, and common sense. Share this video with every free thinker you know. Let's create a movement that's unapologetically fierce, unwaveringly outspoken, and hell-bent on exposing the lunacy that's masquerading as progress. We're not here to play nice. We're here to awaken minds and spark real change. Stay tuned, followers of reason, because on Red Alert, we're just getting started. Get ready for more hard-hitting insights, no-holds-barred commentary, and a relentless pursuit of what's right. Until next time, stay vigilant, stay informed, and let your voice be heard.